Okay, recording started. Okay. So yesterday we covered like what is software and what difference between project and product, and different examples, and what is SDLC methods and what are the phases we have in the SDLC and why testing is required. Okay, we cover like this. So in SDLC, what are the phases we have? Requirement,
design,
design,
code,
coding,
testing,
testing,
and deployment.
okay, deployment or handoff. Okay. So we in SDLC we have requirement, design, coding, and testing and deploying. So these are the phases for SDLC. But SDLC we have different methodologies like we have waterfall model, V model, okay, spiral model, okay, agile model, waterfall model, V model, spiral model, and agile model. Okay, so this waterfall model is used earlier when the software industry has started, but we will cover also what is waterfall model. But before that, continue with the waterfall model, because we are in the process of like we are learning some like what is white box, what is testing methodologies and all we are learning. So V model is one of the most using methodology in SDLC process, V model and agile model. So mainly I will concentrate on both this, but I will also tell about this water model and waterfall model and spiral model in the coming classes. But today I want to concentrate more on the V model. Okay, what is V model? V model, or we call it as V and V. Okay, V and V means verification, and validation. Okay, V and V model is, or we can call it as simply V model. V model is nothing but verification and validation model. Okay, so why it's called as V model means it is in the shape of V model. And now we will discuss more on this model. Okay, here one side if you see is verification call and other side is validation call. Okay, this is also called as VV model. As I said, right, we can call as V model or VV model. Okay, in this model our development and testing activities will go in parallel. So all the development and testing activities will go in parallel. Okay, so if you see this on one side is verification. Okay, like this is verification. Okay, this part is completely verification part. Okay, is like development activities. Okay, and this side, and this is completely validation side. Okay, and here testing activities will be done here. Okay, now if you observe side by side, okay, side by side, SDLC process will start from requirement understanding. Okay, so SDLC will process will start from requirement understanding. So here, so this is the requirement phase. So in requirement stages we have like BRS, CRS, and URS. Means, so BRS means business requirement specification. BRS means business requirement specifications. Note abbreviation separate of note చేసుకోండి. Okay, BRS means business requirement specification. CRS means customer requirement specification. Okay, CRS means customer requirement specification, and URS means user requirement specification. Okay, so we can anyone we can call it either BRS or CRS or URS, but ultimately we'll note down here is the final the customer requirements only here. So we have different terminals like that's all, BRS, CRS, and URS. Okay, these are comes under the requirement phase. So basically these are documents which are provided by the customers. Okay, customers will provide these documents which contains customer requirements. Okay, this is very important process, but this is very general format and not in technical format. Okay, this is only general format. there is no technical details will be added here. I నాకు వాట్సాప్ కావాలి, వాట్సాప్ లో ఇలా మెసేజ్ చేయాలి, ఎట్లా చేయాలి అట్లా చేయాలి అన్నది మాత్రమే రాసు క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటారు కస్టమర్స్ డాక్యుమెంట్. ఓకే, అండ్ నథింగ్, దెర్ ఇస్ నో టెక్నికల్ స్పెసిఫికేషన్, ఏ టెక్నాలజీ వాడాలి, ఈ టెక్నాలజీ వాడాలి, వాట్ ఇస్ ద డేటా బేస్, అలాంటివి ఏవి మెన్షన్ చేయಬೇಕು. ఓకే, వి వాంట్ మెన్షన్ ఎనీథింగ్ హియర్. సో again there is a business analyst, okay, will prepare some document which is called as SRS. So here customers will prepare this document, and here SRS name business analyst will prepare. Business analyst, we call them as a business analyst. So what they will do, they will interact with the customer documents, or otherwise they will see the customer documents. Based on the customer documents, they will prepare some SRS document, which is software requirement specification. What is SRS is called software requirement specifications. So business analyst will prepare some document which is called as SRS. So based upon the BRS document or CRS or ERS documents, okay, and it is more technical format. Even developers or testers or everybody in the team can understand this SRS document, which contains data flow diagrams, ER diagrams, okay, some use cases and everything, not only everything which has to be required for to develop a software. Okay, so everything will be there in the SRS document. So, and also what are the validations we need to perform, what is the functionality of the application will be there in the SRS document. So this will be prepared based on the BRS document. So in the SRS document, complete information will be there. So what are the testing plan and how the testing will be started, and what are the required things to be developed as software to develop a software, and what are the technologies, and what are the dates, due dates, and everything will be mentioned in Excel budget. Everything will be mentioned in the SRS document. Who will prepare this SRS document? Business analyst. Simply we call them as business analyst will prepare the SRS document. So these are the two initial level of documents. Okay, when development is going to be started. Okay, these are the main two requirement documents which are get ready to before starting any software development. Okay, so and based on this all comes under the requirement phase. So SDLC the first phase, and then okay, in the SDLC the first one is requirement phase, and another is designing phase. Okay, yes, is I'm going very fast, or is it okay? I need some in middle. If I am going very fast, please interrupt me and say okay. Otherwise I will go in this flow only. Okay, so sorry.
No, sir, you can go.
Okay, thanks for the confirmation. So in SDLC the first phase is requirement phase, and the second one is design phase. So we cover both. So and there is a one more process in okay, HLD and LLD. Okay, based. So the first phase, and then HLD and LLD based upon the document we will prepare. The next phase is design phase. Okay, once the documents is ready and designment is documents is ready, means design phase is ready. So the next is development. Okay, so once the design phase is right, so in design phase we have a documents called HLD and LLD. HLD means high level design, HLD means high level design, LLD means low level design. Okay, what is HLD means? HLD means high level design, and LLD means low level design. Okay, so high level design documents contain picture of software like data flow diagrams, CR diagrams, and okay, so data flow diagrams means like this. Okay, and if everything is go stop, start, okay, in process. Okay, like this everything will be designed in the HLD document. Okay, so everything will be represented in a diagrammatical represents. formal. So when coming to low level design, it is very detailed design. So here we are giving only high level detail. Okay. And coming to LLD, okay, what start? Okay, what is start? In the start, what we have to mention, like a login page or a home page. Okay, like this, every detail will be, each and every detail will be there in the low LLD, like low level design document. Okay, so formally full project will be divided into modules, like high level is the main module. Okay, and inside that we have low level documents, like these are LLD. Okay, these are sub modules is there inside the L, inside the HLD. Okay, HLD is a part of, so LLD is a part of HLD. Okay, this is a high level document, and these are low level design document. Okay, so so LLD contains the submodule information. Hence, here a very detailed information will be available. So HLD and LLD will be designed by the designers during the designing phase. Okay, and once the design is completed, then developer will start the coding based on the LLD. So developer will look into these requirements, because high level requirements is not understandable to developers, because so there are multiple developers in the organization or in the team. So each one will pick some task, like first one will pick home page, and second one will pick like login page, and third one will pick some reports generation page, like that. Okay, so like that, there is a sub model, so each and every developer will pick like this. Okay, so whatever the model have been designed to them, they start doing coding. So if we see these are all the verification part, because here we don't have any software ready. So we do only testing on the documents. So if you observe here, we need to review document of BRS and review the SRS document and review the HLD and LLD. So if these are all correct, and then whatever the software is developing is correct one, because the software development is based on these documents. So these documents are input to development of a software. So we, so here in each and every phase, whoever the customers is preparing some documents, so we have to review those documents. Okay, this document is clearly understandable or not from the customer. So what next, once the business analyst will prepare SRS document, there also there is a, we have to review that the SRS document, whether we have the sufficient information or not. Okay, this also we are reviewing, or means reviewing this in the case we are also testing these documents. Okay, and coming to HLD and ELD or LLD also, we have the reviews, like is the flow diagrams, is everything is understandable or not? Are there any difficulty in understanding in the flow diagrams or ER diagrams, and everything is clear or not? Okay, developers will read this, and they will review this HLD and LLD documents. Okay, so here there are many reviews will happen, because to ensure the documents are correct. So if everything is correct, only we can go with the good software. Otherwise, we will face many issues. Okay, here we have some information. Here we have some information. If we have some information, then the developers will prepare as per this. Then customer will get impact on this. So before getting ready with the coding, so every document we have to go through thoroughly. So here also we are doing some verification part on the documents, right? So the soft, okay, because the software development is based on these documents. So these documents are inputs to development of a software. Okay, so here there are many reviews will happen, because to ensure the documents are correct. Okay, so here verification means, are we following the process correctly or not? What is verification means? Are we following the process correctly or not? So in each and every step, if we do something, are we doing correctly or not? That is verification. Okay, so to ensure the correctness or completeness of the documents, simply says to ensure the correctness and the completeness of document is called verification. What is verification? In simple terms, we can say to ensure the correctness and completeness of the documentation is called verification. So we do step-by-step verification process. So this is all one area. So this is all one area. Okay, verification involves reviewing the document not only reviewing, sometimes we do walkthrough inspections. So we'll take those in the next class or today's class. Okay, we will use some. Right now we am using some technical glitch words like reviewing, okay, walkthroughs. Okay, this I will explain about this. What is review in clearly with example, and what is walkthrough also. Will go in the next. Okay, so once the coding is ready, means the software is will be ready. So here the coding is ready. Okay, the developers will review this coding whether it is we are writing as per the this HLD and LLD documents or not. Okay, so once the software will be ready, and once the software is ready, then verification will part will sorry validation part will start. Once the software is ready, then we will start validation part. Okay, so before software is ready, we do only verification. Before getting the software is ready, we will do only verification. Once the software is ready, then we will do validation. Is it clear?
Yes,
Or any
Suresh.
okay, good, thank you. So as part of validation, we have unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and UAT testing. Okay, UAT testing is anyone? What is
User
UAT?
acceptance
User
testing.
Okay, very good, thank you. This boost ups me a lot. Thanks. Okay, so all these levels of testing comes under validation part. So what is validation means? Here is checking our product whether it is working as per the customer requirement or not. So validation means we are checking our product is working as per the customer requirements or not. So whatever the customer provided in the requirement, it should work as per it. Okay, and that is kind of validation. Okay, that is a kind of validation. So few things to we understand is like verification happens before software is developed. Okay, so verification will do only before the software is developed. Okay, once the software is developed, validation will be started. So in the form of unit testing, integration testing, system testing, etc. So these are all the validation techniques. Okay, all levels of testing will come under validation part as I'm discussing. Okay, so first level of testing is unit testing. Okay, first level of testing is unit testing. Okay, and which is also called as unit testing is called as what type of testing? Yes, who will do this white box testing?
Developers.
Very good. Okay, so this is unit testing is also known as white box testing technique. So again, and integration, so we do based, so I'm coming to integration, we do based upon the LLD or HLD document, because both HLD and LLD documents describe more on submodules. Okay, so in order to do integration testing, we need to refer this to documents like HLD and LLD. So in HLD, there will be high level document, and LLD is a low level design document. So in low level design document, we have each and everything, right? What are the things we have to do, and what are the models that the developers is doing, and what are the functionality they are doing. Everything will be there in these documents. So this is also done by the developers. Okay, and comes under the white box testing only. So these will both comes under as the white box testing. So only developers will do as per this HLD and coding. Okay, and then system testing. This is the main area all our testers are involved, right? This is testing area, all our testers will be involved, also called as black box testing. Okay, so in the system we need to refer all our SRS document. So what the business, so in our SRS document what we have, so what complete information, okay, what customer is required, so complete functional knowledge will be there in the SRS document. So based on this SRS document, testers what they will do, they will refer this, by referring this SRS document, they will do some test planning activities like test case creations, test scenarios creations, and all, and they will get ready before going to start testing. Okay, so we need to go as a tester, we need to go thoroughly with the SRS document to understand the requirements, and then we test the complete software whether it is working according to customer requirements or not. So that is all about system testing. So system testing and system testing, what we will do based on the SRS document, the testers will prepare test cases. Okay, based on the test cases, the testing team will start executing the testing of a complete software. If they found any issues or bugs, they will report immediately in a reporting tool or somewhere what are the organization will use. So that will see in the few coming classes what is test cases and how the test design and test planning will be there. Okay, here we won't test any code, right? So we will test only the functionality of the software. We won't test any code. So we test the overall functionality of the application with respect to the customer requirement. So this comes under the black box testing as we discussed in earlier, right? So system testing comes under the black box testing. Okay, and what are like and what is input document is as a system testing, testers will do only the functional testing by giving some inputs, and they will also expect some outputs in the test cases, right? So and that will also be, SRS document is like our input for testers. SRS is document is the input document, and then user acceptance testing will done by the users. So user testing acceptance will do by the customers, or we call as users based on their documents. So based on the BRS, URS, CRS is documents which is created by customers. So customers recheck the software whether it is working as per the requirements. So customer will do UAT testing based on this document. This is not technical thing or not any planning of testing activities. They have the functionality. So how they want to become, how they want the software be like. So that is mentioned. The specification mentioned will mention in these documents by the customers, and based on this, their customers will do a unit or testing. Sorry, UAT testing. Here also, they don't do any coding testing. Okay, so it's also one of testing. It's also called also as a black box test. It also comes under the UAT testing, also comes under the black box testing because they don't have see any code. It's completely black for them also, like as a tester. So internally, testers will call as a customer point in industry and IT industry. Whoever doing testing, they will call as a, they will test the application as point of customer as per the customer requirement. So each and every tester will like a customer only in a IT industry. So UAT people, once we are give certified that our application is completely a quality product, then they will do some testing like UAT testing in their environment. So, so one side is verification, which is do only before software is going to be ready, and validation on the other side is validation, okay, which is done only after the application of software is ready. So as I said, two things we need to remember. Verification should perform before the software is ready. That means we need to verify only documents. So verification means we'll do only verify only document part. So whatever the document saying about the software documents are ready or not, we do lot of reviews. That is called verifications. Like we are following correct approach or not. Okay, that is the main intention of the verification. Okay, validation means whatever we already done, that is working correctly or not according to requirement or not. That is about validation part. Okay, clear? Yeah, but when you do unit testing, that is already done something, right? So you already develop software on top of the software. You do testing, integration testing, yeah, system testing, unit testing. So all are validation testing. Then only after completion of software. So here also involves static testing and dynamic testing. So here there will be two terms we called as static and one second. Here also we'll call we have. So are you clear about the verification and validation model, right? This is from one of the model methodology from the SDLC process. Okay, so clear what is verification and what is validation, how we'll follow the V model in the software industry, right? So clear?
Yes.
Any questions?
Yeah, Suresh, I have one question.
Yeah,
Currently,
please.
which companies are using, like, is it product-based companies are using or else?
Who is this? Sai?
No, I'm Naresh
Hello?
Kumar.
Naresh, okay. So Naresh, I don't know what you asked starting the question. I have breaking your voice. Can you please repeat your question once again?
Yeah, for this V model, which
Hmm.
companies are using frequently? Like what purpose they are using instead of remaining models?
What purpose?
Like we have V model, waterfall model, spiral model will be there. Instead of
Yes.
four models, why should we use only V model? Like which
So
area we will use this V model?
which area is used by V model is good question. Most of the service-based companies will use verification this model. Okay. So because we can save a lot of time. Like nowadays, no one using waterfall model. That is completely step by step. We have to do, and uh, tester should wait until the development process is started. Okay, that also will cover in the next classes. Waterfall and spiral model, which is used in the large, like what we call the term I forgot. Like a space agencies is there, like ISRO's. Okay, there will be they use the spiral model that will talk about later, but V model is and agile model is both used by both. V model mainly concentrated by service based companies and agile methodologies will used by product based companies, but nowadays both all the companies are maximum using agile model only. Okay, in some cases like in service based, like if it is a large product, like okay, large project, so it will like 2 years of project, so agreement, right? Then that cases verification V model will be used by the software industries. Is it clear or any confusion?
Yeah, clear. Suresh, thank you.
Okay. Shall I continue with the next one or any other have question? Okay. So and also here coming to we have two terms will use static testing and dynamic testing. Okay. So here it also involves static testing and dynamic testing. Okay. For example, here are we testing the documents, right? Verification, sorry, verification means we'll do only the documenting, viewing or testing the document, right? As software is not ready, so we are only testing the documents. So documents are always called as static. So documents are always called as static. So this is one called as static testing. So documents are always static. So here we do, there is no application to be ready to test the application in any case. So we are only reviewing the documents which are as static. So starting testing means only reviewing the documents or testing the documents in the sense reviewing the documents, which is called as verification or static testing. So static testing means verifying the documentation part. So as we haven't tested any software, so verifying the document is called as static testing. Another one is called as dynamic testing. So it is means once the software is ready, here we will test this dynamically, because while passing multiple inputs, right, in the run while doing the software application testing, we'll give some multiple inputs, like we'll pass some username, passwords. Okay, otherwise if that is not the case, in some cases we'll give some input data, like some number of data, like in case take addition or division. So there will pass some inputs, right, one or two some numbers, right? Or in some cases in any registration form, we'll give some details, right? All these are comes under as a dynamic. Everything will be given the dynamics, not everything, so not a static. So everything will be dynamic. The input will be changed, right? So that is dynamic testing. Okay, that is also done under the part of validation. So validation is also known as dynamic testing. Like so we'll test this dynamically, because we'll pass while pass multiple inputs and getting outputs are correct or not, we'll validate in each and every step. So this one is called as dynamic testing. So unit testing, integration testing, system testing, UAT testing. Okay, what are the testing we will do? Everything will all these terminals is everything will come under dynamic testing. So terminology is different, but both verification and static testing comes under one, and validation and dynamic testing falls on the same. Okay, now under verification we use some techniques like reviews, and we have walkthroughs, and we have some inspections. So these are techniques we use during verification process. Okay, so here in validation and dynamics part, we use unit testing, integration testing, and system testing, acceptance testing. These are the examples for validation testing. And verification testing examples is like reviewing, walkthroughs, and inspection. So these are all about V model. So V model is clear.
Yeah, clear, Suresh.
And
I have,
as yes. Go
yeah,
ahead.
then you told me like if coding knowledge we have, it is advantages, but where should we use?
Sorry, the
ఫస్ట్ వచ్చి
coding.
కోడింగ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంటే గిన అడ్వాంటేజ్ అవుతుంది అన్నారు కదా, బట్ టెస్టింగ్ లో కోడింగ్ అసలు అవసరమే లేదు అంటున్నారు. బట్ ఇలా ఉంటే అది ఎక్కడ యూటిలైజ్ అవుతుంది?
సో కోడింగ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంటే మనకి ఏంటంటే ఇన్ కేస్ సమ్ టైమ్స్ నువ్వు ఆటోమేషన్ సైడ్ వెళ్ళాలి అనుకుంటున్నావు అనుకో.
ఓకే.
సో యూ వాంట్ టు డూ సమ్ ఆటోమేషన్. ఓకే, ఆ రోజు ఈ మాన్యువల్ టెస్టింగ్ ఫంక్షనల్ టెస్టింగ్ చేసి బోర్ కొడుతుంది, ఇదే మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్ ఎన్నోసార్లు చేయాలనుకున్నా. సో ఎందుకు ట్రై చేయకూడదని ఆటోమేషన్ సైడ్ వెళ్దాం. సో నీకు కోడింగ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంటే కొంచెం యూస్ఫుల్ అవుద్ది. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఆటోమేషన్ సైడ్ వెళ్ళకపోయినా నీకు కొంచెం కోడింగ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉన్నా ఎప్పుడైనా సరే నువ్వు ఫంక్షనాలిటీ ఏంటి, ఇది ఎట్లా రన్ అవుతుంది, ఇది వీళ్ళు ఎట్లా చేస్తున్నారు, డెవలపర్స్ ఎట్లా చేస్తున్నారో చూడాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు, సో కోడింగ్ నాలెడ్జ్ కొద్దిగా ఉన్నా సరే ఒక ఈ లాజిక్స్ ఏ లాజిక్ వాడుతున్నారు ఈ ఫంక్షన్ కి, సో ఎడిషన్ చేయడానికి వాళ్ళు ఏ లాజిక్ వాడుతున్నారు, అట్లీస్ట్ ఆ లాజిక్ ఏంటో మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. ఆ లాజిక్ తెలియడం వల్ల ఏంటంటే మనకి ఇంకొన్ని సెనారియోస్ ఎక్స్ట్రా యాడ్ అవుతాయి, ఇంకా పర్ఫెక్ట్ టెస్టింగ్ వస్తుంది. కొంచెం యాడెడ్ అడ్వాంటేజ్ అంతే.
ఓకే. ఏ
అన్నట్టు ఇక్కడ
లాంగ్వేజ్ సీనా లేకుంటే
అది చెప్పలేము. చెప్పాను కదా టెక్నికల్ గా అది ఎనీ కంపెనీ ఆ సి వాడచ్చు. మ్యాక్సిమం సి అనేది ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్స్ విఎం సైడ్ అటు ఎనీ అప్లికేషన్ మ్యాక్స్ యూస్ జావా ఆర్ పైథాన్. ఓకే, నవ్ డేస్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీస్ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ పైథాన్. నౌ పైథాన్ ఇస్ ద నెంబర్ 1 ఇన్ ద టెక్నాలజీ యూజింగ్. ఓకే, ఆల్ ద అప్లికేషన్స్. ఓకే, సో అట్లా అది డెవలప్మెంట్ లో ఎవరైనా ఏదైనా డిసైడ్ బిజినెస్ అనలిస్ట్, ప్రోడక్ట్ మేనేజర్ విల్ డిసైడ్ అబౌట్ ద టెక్నాలజీ. ఓకే, జావా మీద చేస్తే మన సెక్యూరిటీ పర్పస్ సెక్యూరిటీ లెవెల్స్ ఎంత, అండ్ .NET మీద చేస్తే సెక్యూరిటీ ఎంత వరకు ఉంది, అండ్ పైథాన్ మీద చేస్తే ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది అనేది దే విల్ డిసైడ్, అండ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ దే విల్ రిక్రూట్ ద డెవలపర్స్. ఓకే, బట్ టెస్టింగ్ వచ్చేసరికి అదే అవసరం, మనకి ఫంక్షనాలిటీ ఉంటే చాలు. కోడింగ్ అడ్వాంటేజ్ అంటే ఇలా అలాంటి లాజిక్స్ తెలిస్తే ఈ లాజిక్ ఎట్లా రాశారు, సో ఆ లాజిక్ మనకు వాళ్ళు షేర్ చేశారు అనుకో, ఆ కోడింగ్ చూస్తే మనకు అర్థం అవుద్ది. సో మనకి ఏంటంటే ఇంకా కొంచెం ఒక ఈ లాజిక్ ఇలా చేశారు కాబట్టి దానికి ఈ లాజిక్ తగ్గట్టు మనకి ఇంకొక 2 నెగిటివ్ సినారియోస్ రావచ్చు, లేదా పాజిటివ్ సినారియోస్ యాడ్ చేయొచ్చు, టెస్ట్ కేసు కొంచెం ఎక్కువ అవ్వచ్చు. సో ఇది ఒక యాడెడ్ అడ్వాంటేజ్ అనేసి అంతే.
ఓకే. ఓకే. థ్యాంక్స్ సో మచ్.
So we have time. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. Okay, then we'll continue with. So in verification, I have given you some technical terminals we'll use. Right, one is review, one is walkthrough, and one is inspection. Okay, so these all comes under part of verification. So everything will be done for only for documents. Okay, so what is review? We'll discuss about what is review. So it means the review will conduct on the documentation. Suppose if we have any documents, so we do certain kind of review whether the document is completed or not. If it is completed, we'll verify whether it is valid one or not. Like this, like so we have some document, we have some functionality like login page. So we know to login page, so we have the sufficient information on this login page or not, what are the things are is there or not. Just we'll go, it is done by each single person, individual person. ఓకే, సో నాకు వచ్చింది రివ్యూ, ఒకసారి డాక్యుమెంట్ రివ్యూ చేద్దాము అనుకున్నప్పుడు నేను అందులోకి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉందా లేదా, ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వ్యాలిడా కాదా అనేది చెక్ చేసుకోవడం, దాన్ని రివ్యూ అంటాం. ఓకే, సో దిస్ కేస్ కెన్ బి డన్ ఇండివిజువల్లీ. సో ఇన్ అ టీమ్, if we have a 5 people, individually they can review the document. Like for few examples for review, like requirement reviews. So once we have the requirement documents, we'll do requirement reviews, and design document, we do design documents. And also sometimes the developer do some code reviews. Okay, once the like requirement reviews, design document review, okay, code review. Okay, so design document and requirement document testers can also do, but code review will do by other developer only. Okay, those who have coding knowledge are peer review, so other developer can review the code where the, so in every industry whatever the developer wrote the code, he cannot simply test it. Okay, before testing or before ready, he has to review the code to other with other team member. Okay, who is a technical knowledge person or who is doing the code, he has to do some code review. Okay, if the other person is also says the code is valid, and then only he can get ready with the builds, or he can do unit testing as per himself. Okay, that is, so once we have prepared a test plan, okay, in some cases we have test plan. Okay, by seeing the document requirement document, we'll also do some test plan. So test plan also we can review the test plans. Okay, test plan who will review, either colleague or with colleague review, we call it sometimes as peer review. Okay, we'll talk about later about this peer review, or test plan will also reviewed by the PMs like project managers or business analysts. Okay, in some companies we have business analysts, some companies have project managers or product managers. Okay, and also test plans and test case reviews also we can do. These also can do by peer review or PMs. So these are all reviews. So review is mainly focus on the documentation whether it is correct or not. Okay, and test plan test also is a kind of documentation. It's not anything in application. It's also, we will also write some test cases or test plans in a Excel sheet or any like some tools. In some cases, in some companies use Jira and some companies use Bugzilla. So we have different tools there, we have to manage it. Okay, like small companies, startup companies will use Excel sheet only for these things. Okay, so this is also a type of documents only. This is also kind of reviews only. Okay, whether the documentation is correct or not, and the information is provided in the document is correct or not. These are one more technique we, okay, all this comes under the review. And there is one more technical term as we use, walkthrough. Okay, that is also comes under a part of verification. So what is walkthrough? So during walkthrough there are people involved. Okay, involved, many people involved, not only person. Here there is a formal review, like we can discuss the issue in a PM level. For example, in a team of 5 people, we'll sit in together in a room, in a boardroom or any cafeteria or whatever, wherever we can. So what you guys will do is just enter in the room, and one guy will read the document and rest of the people will see the document. And if they have any clarification and doubts and discussion within themselves, they will discuss within themselves. And this kind of walkthrough means what happened, the team of team everyone will involve in this and the document, and each and every person will discuss about the clarifications or any doubts or any questions. Okay, so walkthrough is a kind of formal review, and it will be done between multiple people, and this is like a formal, like going to any boardroom or any discuss any free room about the documents in the tomb. That is also, that is known as, simple terms you can say as walkthrough. Another technique called as inspection. So inspection, we will, in a school days or college, will use, some principal will come and see, right? So here also it is different. So what is inspection is, so this is also like a formal meeting. Here we will invite all the team members like developers, testers, product managers, whoever is a part of a project. We'll invite everyone. The main 3 people will be here as in inspection. There are 3 people mainly involved. There is author, okay, writer, and moderator. Okay, so what is author means, whoever created the document is the author. Who creates the documents, he is an author. So he will explain the document. Author will explain the what he wrote the document about the functionality or the requirement specification, what he will write, and he will explain to the whole team, okay, what he has written. And what writer will do, he will do as other people, like he if we have if any one person in the team has any questions or any feedbacks or any suggestion, he will note down all the clarification on points or any questions in a separate document. Okay, what are the comments provided by the other team members? Okay, not other team members, inside that team members only, who will have if they have any questions or comments, he will write all this in a document. What moderator? He will moderate the between these people along with the team. Like he will do anchor role. Just he will say anchor. He is a anchor role. He will say, okay, all now PM project manager will come and speak about the documents, and sometimes okay, now writer will come. Like we will see the anchor, what the anchor will do. That is the job the moderator will do. So these are the main people who involve in the inspection. Other than this, plus team like developer, testers, man, everything is a, it's like a formal meeting in the. So this schedules they, so for inspection it is based on the scheduled meeting. Okay, so like it is, there will be a scheduled meeting for so and so time in a day. So inspection will go in through schedule, but walkthrough is not a schedule based. If anyone, any of the team members like a testers can go in a room whenever they feasible time, they can do daily, but inspection will do every based on the schedules on like monthly once or twice only. But we will do it whenever the time requires, and the who has interest in that, they can do that. So this is all about the verification terminologies we use. And in validation terminologies, we use technical terms, right? That we already discussed, right? What is unit testing, integration testing, system testing. So, and UAT testing, all this comes under the validation. So this is already we covered, and we cover the verification. So today we covered complete V model. Okay. So this is all about today's class. If anyone have any questions, please feel free to ask. So till now we covered what is software, what is SDLC, testing types. We have different testing tests, and that we covered only few testing types like black and white box testing. So why testing is required, VV model.
Product and project.
Yes, very good. Thanks. Product and project. Okay. V model. In V model, we gone through the technical terminals we use like
Very
review, walkthrough, inspection. Okay. I'm stopping recording. 1 second.